Hello, my name is Amjad. Today I'm going to present a lesson. Lesson title is Object Oriented Programming in Python. It's designed for year 1 student in the University of UK. Duration 10 minutes. A prerequisite for this lesson is the, the student must have prior knowledge of Python programming concepts. What is the learning objectives of this lesson? Explain object-oriented programming concepts with real-world scenarios and code examples. So this was the title page which I just presented now. The next slide is starter. Before I start my lesson, uh, can you please think about free objects around you in your real life scenarios? List these with their properties and methods. I can give you one example. A car is an object and it has color, make, speed, etc. So if you can think about free objects, you can also tell me the properties, what properties they have, and what functions they have. So in my example, color, make, these are the properties, and speed is the function of the car. So you can write down on a paper or in MS Word in computer, save in a file. I will see it when I finish. So it's your startup. Next slide is Introduction to Object-Oriented Programming. What is that? Basically, it empowers developers to build a real-life modular, maintainable, reusable, and scalable applications. So it's the modern programming paradigm, and I'm using Python here in this lesson, but there are other couple of more languages, Java, C++, JavaScript, and these are the languages. They are also object-oriented programming languages. But Python, I selected Python because it's easy to learn. It's nowadays used in the education institutes, and for education purpose, because it's very good and convenient for the students, adults. Uh, they are beginners. They don't have they if they are not professional computer professionals, they can learn this programming language. So that's why I'm using it. Uh, if I compare with this object-oriented programming language with the procedural programming language, which was the old languages before, uh, I started working in decades ago. COBOL, Fortran, Pascal, C. I worked on that. They were procedural programming languages, and they were organized around functions. And now it's object-oriented programming. The code is organized around objects. So this is the difference, basic difference between this OOP and the procedural programming language. The next slide is there are two main basic concepts, core concepts of this OOP programming language, and that they are classes and objects. The, a class basically defines what an object should look like. It's a blueprint. Uh, just we define our properties and functions in this class. And object is the concrete instance basically we create from the class. Example, fruit is a class and apple, banana are objects. They are real fruits. Car is a class and Toyota, Audi, they are real objects. And one more example I can give. A human is a class, but teachers, students, parents, they are actual objects. We can work on them. So the next slide is how to create your first class as a student or as a learner. So this is the code. If you see this slide, class is the keyword which creates the class. Person is the name of the class. So class person colon. You have to give, and you can give any number, any name, which should be a character, it should be a string after the class keyword. But class keyword will create a class. After that, def dash init underscore underscore. This is the basically constructor. We call it init instructor. It initiates the basic automatically. It's executed, and when we create a object, it's executed automatically, and its purpose is to initialize the object's attributes and set up its initial values. So if you see this code, we have created two functions in this class. We call them constructor here, or your methods here in this object-oriented programming language. And we can basically, then after that we create objects. Person one object we created against person class, and then we call the function print name, and which is executing the function, and it's displaying the name of the object. So if you see this code, it will tell you how to create a class. Next, as far as the object is concerned, there are two things relating to the object, which is properties and functions. We call them in OOP language, in OOP terms, attributes and methods. Basically, the properties which we normally define as a variables in procedural language, we call here in this scenario we call attributes. Color of the car is attribute, and the mark of the car, make of the car attributes, and functions which we call methods here. Speed is of the car is method, and speaking function of any animal is a method. And we can just in the code we can initialize them in this init constructor, and we can call them through object dot method, and properties we can access via object dot property name. So this is the way. Inheritance means creating a new class, child class, from an existing one, which is parent class, and we can inherit all its properties and functions from the inherited, from the class, parent class. Like this is, I have put one image over here. Animal class is the parent class, and dog class, cat class, and cow class, they are basically the uh, child classes. And all the attributes of animal class, this dog, cat, and cow classes are taking. Um, there is no need to add the code for the animal class attributes in these classes. They're automatically taking that as inheritance. Polymorphism is another good feature of OOP programming language. It means some same operation with different behaviors. If we have one function or method, draw, we can use this method with different shapes. We can draw a circle, we can draw a rectangle, and we can draw a square. So the same method but different shapes. Here in the next slide of polymorphism, we have one code explained with a different example. So we have one method make sound for different animals we apply, and it's in the code. If you see the code, you can understand what it is. To conclude my lesson, that's all about the OOP concepts. And now you have got two more slides for your practice and assessment. Keep trying to do coding. You will learn more by do coding and not by just reading. Thank you very much.